whatever I show you here is only meant to be used if shit hits the fan. It's a life and death situation. Society has collapsed. There is no more law. There is no more rule of order. It's either defend yourself or die. So anyways, let's look. Homemade guns. Are they legal? Must they be registered? It says we can make guns. As long as we use them ourselves, they don't have to bear a background serial number or pass a background check. But I also heard somewhere once that you can't take that firearm that you make yourself off your premises during times when it is not a shit hit the fan scenario. So I tried to dig around because I'm no expert on this. Can I make my own weapons? Federal law allows people who are not prohibited from owning a firearm manufacture them for personal use. Fully plastic guns are also illegal under an amendment to the Gun Control Act. 3D printed guns that don't contain metal could violate the law. That's why our pistols part polymer, part metal, I guess. So I never thought about that, but you know, and I'm going to show you a zip gun, which is only if society has collapsed and there's nothing else, you have nothing else. It can be made out of cold water pipe, any heavy wall piping. One great place to find information about improvised weapon is the Army Field Manual. I'm not going to tell you what the field manual is, but it's called Improvised Weapons and Munitions, or maybe it's Improvised Munitions, something along those lines. So basically, you want two pieces of pipe, one that slides over the other. The inner pipe must be the diameter of your shell bullet, whatever gauge caliber you're going to use. The second pipe is going to slam against that, but if you use the shorter end pipe and you put a bolt screwed into the end or a screw to a sharp tip that would not pierce the firing cap, but just enough to indent it to set the thing off, you could actually make an improvised weapon. So anyways, like again, I don't recommend you making one. I'm not responsible. You try this. If you go to jail because you made it before shit hits a fan, the world society has collapsed, that's your problem. I am not responsible. Again, you know, somebody sneaks in, they don't see you, you grab your little homemade taser from a 9-volt battery, stick it in the back of their neck, right to the throat. That would drop them. Better yet, again, this is only for a shit hits the fan, world without law, society has collapsed scenario. A capacitor. Charge that up. Have two little leads coming off of it. Zap somebody with a capacitor. Be careful, don't kill yourself, because it could kill you. But a capacitor could be deadly. Imagine those big round ones that are 3-inch in diameter by 4 or 5 inches tall that used in car stereos to filter out the drop of voltages. Wow. That thing would do some damage. A slingshot can be simple and effective. You can buy one if you can get to any sporting goods stores that are still open. I think Walmart, last one I bought for my survival bag was only like $8. It comes with a little armrest. You can improvise one out, some surgical tubing, some big heavy rubber bands out of a tire, things like that. You know, the good old-fashioned sickle. It's a symbol of Russia, I think it is. Is it Russia? Anyways, a symbol of communism. These are for rice harvesting. I think there was one out my dad's barn as a kid. I haven't seen that thing in 50 years, 40 years. You know, those things are sharp. Powerful. I wouldn't want to get killed by one of those. Good old common sickle. Maybe your granddad or somebody's got one out in the barn. Take a bunch of your old butter knives, old kitchen knives. Bring them out to the garage, basement, workshop, whatever your grinder is. Maybe you got a metal file, a 4-inch grinder. I don't care what you got. Make some shanks like they do in prison. That tool right there has probably killed more people than Jeffrey Dahmer there, ha. I don't know if you guys ever use nunchucks. A very good personal self-defense weapon. If it's not a shit hit the fan scenario, world without law, they're illegal in most states. I learned from some Vietnamese kids out in Washington State how to use them. Once upon a time, I could use them. Last time I tried them, probably 15 years ago, to show my kids. Smacked myself in the back of the head, I'll knock myself out. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, a machete. I don't have to tell you anymore. And actually, Denzel Washington in the movie, what was that? The Book of Eli had a fancier looking machete with 5 finger holes or 4 finger holes, and man, he was deadly with that thing. Remember that? There you go, another idea. Close all your windows, blacking out your house, make it look like nobody lives there, destroy the front yard, make it look like it's unoccupied. Somebody sneaks in, you sneak up behind them. An old hatchet, an axe, a tomahawk. Even if you got hit with a blunt end, could blunt force trauma to somebody's back of their skull. Again, these are only to be used if society collapses and there's nothing else and you have to defend your life. You know, I wouldn't want to get hit with a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. The baseball bat impact alone would hurt, and then you rip and pull as you hit them, and my God, those little barbs would cut your friggin' body wide open, man. That could be deadly right there. I've seen bats with spikes sticking out through. Long sheetrock screws would work. Drill those starter holes, screw those sheetrock screws through. You can get them in varying lengths, you know, whatever the diameter of the bat is. Go out, you know, twice its circumference diameter. That would be deadly. A simple spray bottle can be very effective. Bleach with a little bit of water to thin it out. How about some cooking oil and gasoline, kerosene and something sticky. I'm not sure if you can make like a napalm mixture, gas and styrofoam. I don't think you can get it thin enough to shoot it out of that. And then have a lighter, like a barbecue lighter with the long extension, light it as you shoot at somebody for a flamethrower. So anyways, just simple bleach and water would go a long ways to deter somebody getting right in your face. You squirt that all over them in their face, and it may save you and buy you time to get out to run and escape and evade. You know, if I was going to escape out of society, civilization, out of the big major metropolitan suburban areas, I would have headed out to the woods. What would I build? A bow and arrow. Can do it out of some PVC tubing, find some flexible tree. I built one out in the Pacific Northwest once out of some evergreen, a big heavy evergreen limb that was able to shave down. I bet you that thing probably had a 60-pound pole. What did I use for cord? I used some paracord. Was it perfect? No. Did I make my own arrows? Yes, you can make arrows out of cattail stalks and things like that. So anyways, do your research, but I'm just trying to give you some basic ideas to have something before society collapses. And I'm sure there's many more tools that you can think of. Walk around your garage, your shed, an axe, pitchfork, a shovel. There's hundreds of ideas. Anyways, just have something, be prepared. Society collapses. These looters start looting, going from home. They're going to pick on the weak, the elderly, the disabled, single person, single moms, single weak guys, something like that. You don't know. Anyways, better to have and not need than need and not have. Anyways, again, these are only for life and death, society has collapsed scenarios. Don't try these at home. I'm not responsible. And again, keep that powder dry. You are your first and last line of defense. Thanks for viewing. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification for future videos. Thank you.